These are the finest orange groves in the world, Florida orange groves. Millions upon millions of glorious trees blooming and bearing billions of golden oranges, beautiful, delicious oranges.
The orange made Florida produce famous. Despite recent battles with disease and hurricanes, Florida remains #1 in oranges, with groves supplying a majority of the country's citrus market. This popular fruit is also shipped to major overseas markets such as Japan, France, and Great Britain.
We know that the soil in the state of Florida is second to none. So the quality and the characteristics of those soils give the special taste to the Florida fruit that is known throughout the world, not only in the United States, but also in the Far East. You know, Florida is known to deliver some very high quality tasting fruit.
I mean, we're humid subtropical climate, which grows the juiciest, sweetest citrus that you can get anywhere in the world. But, you know, there's going to be some external blemishes and scars because we are a humid subtropical climate. As far as eating quality, there's none better, second to none.
To help keep Florida citrus among the finest in the world, the state established the Division of Fruit and Vegetables under the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. Headquartered in Bartow near groves and processing plants, Carrie Porterfield heads the division, which inspects more than 80 million bushel boxes of citrus a year.
And in 1923, inspections began in the state of Florida. The first commodity that was inspected was citrus, and that was mainly because there were already rules and regulations that govern citrus within the state of Florida.
Around that same time, W.G. Rowe built his citrus packing house in Winter Haven, and it is still family owned and operated today. State inspectors here help ensure quality and food safety for both the agriculture industry and consumers.
So the Department of Agriculture is very helpful, especially in terms of helping us, understand quality concerns. Those would be, the grade of the fruit or the color, sugar levels in the fruit, when the fruit's at its optimum ripeness, and just what's going to be the best eating experience for consumers, the world over.
As boxes of fresh fruit are prepared for market, inspectors take representative samples to make sure they are the proper size and color to be given the coveted #1 grade. This top product is the only one allowed to leave Florida for shipment out of state or overseas. Lower grades will be sold locally or used in other products. Inspectors also test the fruit for ripeness and the juices for sugar and acid levels.
Even the government of the United States plays a part in assuring the capture of the sun god. Inspectors from the U.S. Department of Agriculture take samples of the freshly made concentrate every hour for careful analysis.
Years ago, Florida juice plants produced mostly frozen concentrate. Today, Florida's natural growers in Lake Wales produces some of the top not-from-concentrate brands in the world. Inspectors now have sophisticated scientific testing systems to ensure juice quality. State inspectors work out of an on-site office whenever the plant is in operation.
Now this here is a representative sample for this load here.
Samples are selected from each truckload, and then the fruit is juiced and rigorously tested for both quantity and quality. To ensure accuracy, the division deploys a test truck to citrus processing plants on a rotational basis.
What we do with the state test truck is go from plant to plant and measure yield. When it squeezes 40 pounds of juice, that it will get 100% of the juice out of those oranges. The state test truck is the standard for the state.
Inspectors gather 8 to 10 baskets of fruit from each trailer. The fruit is run through a juice extractor installed in the truck, and the juice is then tested separately. The goal is to standardize the test so that both the grower and processor can be certain of quality and profits. If the tests don't replicate the results of the on-site inspections, steps will then be taken to repair processes or machinery until they match. Division offices house machine shops that make necessary repairs and perform required maintenance of the inspection equipment. The division is also home to laboratories that manufacture the standard solution needed in the citrus testing process. In addition to citrus, the division inspects many other fruit and vegetable commodities. Marlon Clements leads the Bureau of Inspection and says the agency also helps the industry implement new federal food safety regulations that benefit everyone.
We serve the industry, we serve the grower, and we serve the end consumer. We're here as a party that's non-biased, but making sure that we're doing the right thing.
The division's terminal market inspections cover more than 50,000 tons of produce a year. This includes inspecting more than 150 varieties of fruits, vegetables, and nuts for both quality and condition. These inspections are usually by customer request, although some are required.
Say this potato, for example, I'm looking for a kind of a silver sheen, I guess you would call it, over more than 50% of the potato. And if it's over 50%, then I would score that as damage.
The division's focus on food safety follows the new Federal Food Safety Modernization Act's Produce Safety Rule. Anyone who grows, harvests, packs, or holds produce for human consumption is subject to the new regulation. The division's inspectors work hand in hand with the agriculture industry by providing educational on-farm visits and localized training classes to help prepare them for this new regulation. The division also performs USDA food safety audits when requested by farmers or others in the agriculture industry.
Carrie, this morning we're going to be doing sample 201. They're roughly 1993 Valencias. We got 2 trees.
Every year, division employees visit groves throughout the state for the citrus limb count. It's part of the work of the Florida Agricultural Statistics Service, or FAS. FAS is the main agricultural data gathering agency in Florida, whose purpose is to collect, compile, and publish citrus statistics. Crews climb trees anywhere from 3 to over 100 years old and count the fruit of chosen limbs. This data is collected and entered into formulas, allowing FAS to produce annual citrus predictions, projections, and reports. It also helps set world citrus markets for the year.
Of course, Florida, people think oranges. That's what represents our state, oranges and maybe the beautiful beaches that we have. But I think oranges top the list. And no matter where you go, everybody wants a Florida orange.
The Indian called it sundrop. We call it orange. Truly, it is the fruit of life.
While the orange has seen its share of recent challenges, it's certainly more than a nostalgic Florida fruit. Growers believe new technologies and continued support from agencies like the Division of Fruit and Vegetables will keep Florida a top citrus producer for many years to come.
So for us, the grading and the quality of the fruit that's going to be going into the packages has to be second to none. And this is something that we strongly rely on, and we want to continue having those high standards.
We've had a long-term relationship with Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. Great group of folks. They provide the oversight, they provide the level of trust that our buyers, our consumers that are buying our products know that, under the guidance of the Florida Department of Agriculture, that they're getting a quality product.